and Bom'Chelle are back. What's going on, Bom'Chelle?
Not a lot. What's going on with you? I'm getting ready for Thanksgiving, which is not tomorrow.
It's not tomorrow?
No.
I thought it was tomorrow. We seem very confused here. We were just debating if it's episode 7 or episode 8.
I think it's 8.
I think it is 8 as well.
Let's just call it 8.
Welcome to episode 8. Mass confusion abounds. So how's everything going?
It's going. You know, holidays get a little... I'm up on it.
Yep. Microphone problems as usual. Bom'Chelle hates microphones.
I do. I fucking hate them. I want you to get me one of the ones that just clip over my ear.
You're going to need a helmet,
helmet
around the thing. Every time it takes you a little time to acclimate to using a microphone.
I know. I'm the same way when I'm on a boat.
You use a microphone on a boat?
No, it takes me a minute to acclimate to my environment.
Oh.
To know that I can't just get up willy-nilly and walk around a moving boat.
Based on my experience here, every time you get up out of bed, do you just fall down?
It takes me a second to get on my feet. It does.
Anything?
We got a lot of suggestions this week.
We did. You want to start with some suggestions?
Let's.
We threw it up on the Facebook page. What do people want us to talk about this week? We're always willing to complain about anything you want complained about.
It's true. And you know what? I think we'd even complain about something twice.
I don't mind.
I don't mind either.
It's like being my wife. You can hear me complain about the same thing over and over again.
That's right.
So the first thing that we got is from a Sharon. She wrote, things that are marked wrong at the store. Basically, I had asked, what do you want to see us talk about? What are your complaints? The first one was things that are marked wrong at the store. It's a simple task, really. Just read some fucking numbers and match a barcode. I am now upset because some 16-year-old either wasn't taught to do his job right, is lazy, or was horrible at learning. Either way, I'm really pissed. So we have one person that's really pissed about pricing and things that are marked wrong in the store. You have any
I do. I have
opinions about this?
I have a little insight on this. It is aggravating to have that happen to you, especially when the price is higher than what you thought it was going to be.
Indeed.
There's a reason that this happens, and it actually has nothing to do with the cashier. I looked into this, Sharon. I hope this makes you happy.
I don't think she wanted a real answer. I think she just wanted to vent.
I don't think she did either.
But go ahead.
P.S. I love Sharon. I just want everybody to know that.
What is the real answer?
It actually comes from corporate. They send something to each retail store in the morning or once a week or whenever it is that they change point of sales or have promotions or whatever, however often they decide to do it. And it's called a sale directive or the promotions. It could be not done by a number of people and never by the cashier. So it's actually not ever really your cashier's fault.
I wouldn't assume it is, but it's still frustrating. How about they just get their act together?
Who would get their act together? It would be corporate.
Whoever's running the store.
I agree with you 110%.
Get the act together.
I also think that it has a lot to do with an under-managing epidemic that this country has. I say this country because I have not been to another country except, well, Canada.
I'm going to Canada.
You are?
I am.
You're lucky.
I'm going to go to Niagara Falls.
I don't know about that fucking place.
In Christmas time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I just booked it.
Didn't you take your wife on an amazing vacation last year to an ice hotel?
Yes, I did.
Oh, my God.
I decided to take her to a hotel made of ice in Canada in January.
That is awesome.
It was an interesting experience.
Did you like it?
It was okay. It was cold.
Was there any way to get warm, or were you just cold the whole time?
No, you had to... Well, there was a whole process. So they actually gave you lessons on how not to die before you slept in the ice hotel. So you had to take a lesson, how to use the sleeping bag, how to go in the hot tub first, because you have to go in the hot tub to warm your body up. And then you have to jump in the sleeping bag and stay in there. But I was very concerned the whole time because, as we all know, I have dreads.
Right.
So I was afraid of getting them wet while I was in the hot tub and then having them stick to the ice bed.
Oh, my God. Everything was made of ice?
Yes.
I can't even believe it. Do you have pictures of this?
Yes.
How come I've never seen them?
I don't know.
That's amazing.
I'll have to show them to you.
I want to see them. That's amazing.
I got it on Groupon.
Did you really?
I did. Because it's like $800 a night to stay in the ice hotel, and it was like 50% off or
Really?
70% off or something like that.
Was it like full? Do a lot of people do that?
It was
Because
full.
that to
There's
me,
only like 20 rooms, though.
That kind of a situation to me is like hell.
It's cold.
That
But
would be-
it would be the opposite of hell.
It
would be heaven.
It would be the worst thing that could happen to me.
You got to try it.
Besides being stuck in anywhere on this earth with Bruce Springsteen, that would be the worst thing that could happen to me.
Yeah. It was interesting.
I bet. How long were you there?
One night. You don't stay there more than one night.
Yeah, fuck that.
During the day, they let everybody like walk through and check it out. It's like a tourist attraction. Then they rake the snow and let everybody in for the night.
That's
like
insane.
There's an ice slide. There's an ice bar. All sorts of stuff.
Oh my God.
It's pretty cool.
It's cool, but it really just
So
sounds torturous.
since it's now winter again, we're going to go back to Canada.
Oh, of course. Why
Niagara
wouldn't you?
Falls
I mean,
this time.
don't go to fucking Aruba or Jamaica.
No. You go there in the summer.
Go to Canada. Right.
I will. Hey?
Let me bring something up while I
Wait.
Go.
Back to the original complaint. I have also seen things marked wrong in the store, and I find it highly irritating. In Costco, they play games with the pricing. If you go to Costco and you look at the unit pricing, they'll change the unit pricing based on what they want to show you. So it'll say like, okay, paper towels. On one, it'll be like $12.99, and then there'll be a unit price per 100 sheets. Then there'll be another one, and it'll be like $13.99. It'll be a unit price per foot.
What?
So then you're like, oh, the per foot was cheaper, but because you didn't realize they switched up the unit pricing.
Right.
Crazy.
That's deceitful, though.
Very deceitful.
I feel like
I actually took a picture of it at one point and sent it to Consumer Reports to complain about it.
What happened?
Nothing.
Did they send you a Subaru?
They sent me a Subaru. I'm collecting them. Speaking of complaining about retail, I went to Red Robin. Red Robin. Yum. I went to the new one in the Palisades Mall.
Mm-hmm.
Went there one time for lunch.
Wait a minute. Are they still open?
The Red Robin?
Yeah, they're still around.
Yeah, Palisades Mall.
Isn't that the place where they found someone's finger in
I don't know.
food?
I don't know.
All right.
I would eat human. So I'd pay extra. So went to the Red Robin during lunch. Took went with I think it was Paul, some other people, and we're eating whatever. But we order. It takes forever to get the food.
Right.
Forever.
Right.
And this is lunch. And there's nobody there.
Gotcha.
So we thought maybe it was an isolated incident. So I went back there with my wife another day on a weekend, and they said there was a 15-minute wait, which for a weekend night, okay, whatever. I'll wait the 15 minutes.
At a Red Robin?
Red Robin.
Isn't Red Robin just like fast food?
It's like quick serve. You sit
Like an
down, you have a
Applebee's,
waitress.
like a
yeah.
Friday- okay.
Yeah, it's like burgers. So we sit down, and it takes like over an hour to get our food.
Okay.
I find this unacceptable.
That is absolutely unacceptable.
So it's like an hour and 45 minutes, and before we're like even eating, it was something like that. It was ridiculous.
Right.
So I went on Yelp, and I wrote a review, basically saying that they should fire all the managers there, and it's an embarrassment.
Do you keep a collection of all these complaints?
I should.
You really should.
So apparently this angered Red Robin. I don't know. I got a message on Yelp
No, you
basically
didn't.
saying, we're sorry for your experience. We're going to have somebody call you immediately. What's your phone number?
What? Did you give it to them?
Yeah.
What happened?
So they're like, we're going to have somebody call you within 24 hours.
Okay.
Then it was like, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks later before I got a phone call, at which point I didn't pick it up because I was busy. I didn't know it was Red Robin calling. It didn't like, come up
who
on,
knew? Right.
on my thing. And this is the message I get.
Hi, this message is for Brandon. This is Carissa. I'm calling from the Red Robin in West Nyack. I was calling in regards to some feedback that we received from you online. If you would like to give me a call back, it's 845-358-1908. Thanks.
Now I want to know, what is my incentive to call her back? Do I work for them? Like, they should be calling me and saying, listen, give me a call. We want to make it up to you. We want to get you to come back in here, give you a positive experience. come back. You know this person had a gun to their head to call me.
Clarissa, you better call this motherfucker and make this right.
But I get phone calls like this all the time. People apologizing, people trying to make things up to me.
Right.
I know how to bring corporations to their knees. But seriously, why would I waste my time after wasting one meal that took forever and then an hour and 45 minutes on another meal? Why would I call these people?
You should call her back and just say, what are you going to do for me?
I should call her back and say, what is your address? Because I'm going to send you a bill for my time.
Please do that.
Bill it out at $200 an hour.
Bill it out. Do you know who I am? Do you know what the fuck I do?
Things We Dread podcast.
We want to get paid $400 an hour.
I'm not afraid to complain about people. I'll complain about people to the people. Did I tell my story about the haunted house here where I told the really bad haunted house that I went to? Did I talk about that?
I don't think so.
I went to this, I'm all into the haunted attractions. So I went to one haunted attraction in Montvale.
Right.
And it was like $20 a person, and I paid for like 5 people to go. So it was like $100.
Yeah. Because they're not cheap.
No, they're not cheap. So, and I am well versed in haunted attractions. Right. I know what a good one is versus a bad one.
Right, right.
So we go down to this haunted attraction, and like you could already tell once we got to it, like after we paid, like because they took you like down a hill into the thing, you could tell this was complete garbage.
Mm-hmm.
So like there's this weird guy, he's like talking to us, you know, he's real weird, and then they like send you out into this like haunted forest thing.
Right. Where was this?
In Montvale, New Jersey.
Okay.
And it was horrendous. Like, it was like PVC pipes hanging from things. Like, it was like the most ghetto thing, tarps. There was at one point where like their timing was all off and this guy came running in with a chainsaw but ran right into me, bounced off me, and I smashed him into a wall. Like, it was like the worst, most horrible haunted house that I've ever been to. So I afterwards was like, I need to tell someone how bad this is. So I went up to the ticket booth.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I just want you to know, this is the worst haunted attraction that I've ever been to. And he goes, well, I'm not the one in charge. I'm like, who's in charge? So he points over to like the guy, I guess he was the owner, that was like sitting nearby.
Drinking
a
can of beer
he was
in
just
a
sitting
paper
there.
bag.
No, he looked like he was probably a fancy guy. He could afford it at this kind of prices. So I turned to him and I'm like, this is the worst haunted attraction that I've ever been to. You should be ashamed of yourselves that you even took money for it. And he's like, nobody's ever said that. I'm like, well, I'm telling you right now. This is an embarrassment.
Saying it right now.
This is an embarrassment.
Right?
He said, well, nobody's ever said it before, so you must just have a different opinion. I said, no, nobody else is as honest as I am, and I'm telling you straight to your face, this is crap.
Did you ask for your money back?
I think I did, but I didn't get my money back, and I wasn't ready to fight about it.
Right.
But I think I discouraged some people from buying tickets. So I'll say I won't. I'm just not just a troll online.
I'm a troll in real life too.
I'm a troll online and a troll in real life.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
All right, we got another thing on Facebook. I have a friend of mine named Luna. She's wonderful. You would actually really like her. She's really smart.
Don't be so sure.
I think you'd like her. You might not. She doesn't have children. She doesn't want children.
I like her.
She hates children.
I like her even more.
She has a lot of the same opinions you do, actually.
Whoa. Maybe we should become Facebook friends.
You should. You really should. She's actually she comments a lot on our Things We Dread. She had made a comment about
is she old or young?
She's my age.
So old.
You're an asshole.
That was too easy.
It was too easy. She made a comment about Toys for Tots and how she doesn't believe in it.
That's right. I believe in Toys for Tits.
You're riled up tonight.
Am I?
A little bit. Do you have an opinion on Toys for Tots? Because I do.
I have an opinion.
I knew you would.
Toys for Tots?
Yeah.
An embarrassment. No, it's not embarrassment.
You're outraged?
But I'm not outraged. I think there's better charities.
Why?
Because kids don't need toys.
All right. This is exactly her opinion. A friend of hers, Michael Woodrow.
I really may like this person.
You would. And a friend of hers, Michael Woodrow, commented And I have my own opinion about Toys for Tots too. I think it's horseshit. I think it's a ridiculous organization. I think that children don't need toys to be happy. There's a million other ways that you could donate to. If a child is in such need that their parents cannot afford to buy them toys, don't have the money to do that, they also probably don't have the money to buy them food, clothes, health care,
Knickers,
anything like that, porridge, whatever poor kids want.
Scrapple.
What is scraffle?
I don't know.
Is that a made up food?
No, it's some kind of like meat chopped up.
It is not.
Yeah, it is.
Scrapple?
Scrapple.
Isn't it a game?
We should go out after this. We can get Scrapple at the diner. That's Scrabble.
Right. Scrapple. Google that.
I guarantee it exists.
Whatever.
Back to your story.
Okay. There's definitely other ways to be charitable towards children. But
sure.
This man, who's a friend of hers, Michael Woodrow, I did ask his permission to read this because I couldn't have put it better myself. This is how he responded to her. Well, what had happened was she voiced her opinion about Toys for Tots being horse shit, and people that were her, quote unquote Facebook friends slaughtered her. Like, went nuts on her.
I need to befriend her to defend her.
Yeah.
Befriend to defend.
That's your new charitable organization. So much so that she actually removed the entire post and conversation.
Don't like this.
Because it got people so fired up and so nuts about it.
Oh, I'm just going to recreate this on my Facebook just to get everybody fired up. You know that right now.
I hope that you do. So Michael Woodrow responded like this. Basically told her that she's a badass, which she is, and whatever. And then he said, feel good charity does good in this world, but it only allows a lot of folks to feel too good, and then food, shelter, education charities suffer the consequences of reduced donors. I don't like the way the holidays create a charity performance theater. I agree with that 110%. Allowing folks who behave with nothing but raw self-interest throughout the rest of the year an opportunity to pat themselves on the back for their generosity and care for their fellow man. As every soup kitchen knows, everybody wants to volunteer on Thanksgiving Day, but not the day before or after. It is the spectacle of service. Meh. That's exactly what it says. Meh. It says meh on the end of it.
Well, he makes sense.
He makes absolute sense. I couldn't have...
I have a couple things to address in his statement, though.
All right,
I agree. Kids don't need toys.
Right.
So I'm with everybody there.
Right.
Well, apparently not everybody, because everybody was attacking her for that.
Yeah,
but
fuck them.
it's true. They don't need toys. They need food. They need shelter.
Luna,
they need love.
I wish you kept that post up so that we could actually be addressing the people who attacked you right now.
As soon as I would get in on that thread, nobody would even remember who Luna is. Trust you me. They'd have a new demon on the block.
It's true.
That would be me. So I agree with the whole they don't need any kind of toys. That's not a very important thing.
Right.
Now, where I somewhat disagree is the theater of charity. It's kind of true that it can become a theater of charity around the holidays.
Right.
But at least people are doing something. At least it gives them some reason to do something.
Right.
The holidays. So at least they wouldn't do anything if it wasn't something prompting them to do it. Now, his statement about the soup kitchens, people only want to volunteer on Thanksgiving.
Right.
I disagree with that.
No, I agree with it.
That's not the case with me.
Well, but
we
all
problem.
know that you're a special egg.
That's true. But I've had this conversation in the past. I would be happy to donate my time to let's say, a soup kitchen to serve some soup. However, I don't know how many people they need to serve soup, but apparently there's a high demand for soup servers. So I would be more than willing to serve soup.
Bring your ladle.
And I'd bring my own ladle, but I don't want to go through the work of hunting down where I should be volunteering. There needs to be a website where they could say, we need people during these times and come volunteer.
Right.
I don't want to hunt down the work. I don't want to call around, do you need anybody to ladle out soup? I'm already ready to donate my time. I don't want to hunt down the charity to donate my time to. So there needs to be a better system in place.
I understand that too. Have you really looked?
Yes.
You have?
Yes. It's not easy. If I said my whole Saturday I'd commit to serving soup, I would have nowhere to go. It's very difficult to find a place to serve soup.
I would have nowhere to go.
I'm dead serious. I'd be happy to donate time to a charity.
Year round.
Yeah.
I believe you.
I would. I would do it once a month, maybe more.
I believe you.
I would help out, but I'm not hunting down this job, so somebody better contact me with where I could serve my soup, and I'll be down.
I bet somebody does.
Yeah?
Yeah, I bet.
Are they going to tell me what time to show up?
I hope so.
Okay.
And if they do, I'll do it with you.
Yeah?
Yeah, I
All
would.
right.
I
I think we can get a whole crew together to serve soup.
Well, let's not be fucking crazy.
Well, a crew meaning 3. Me, you, and Sammy.
That's right. That's it. That's it.
So that's kind of my opinion on charities, soup, things of that nature.
Retail prices. Those
Yeah.
are your opinions on those things?
Here's the thing that irritates me. You're going to charity of theater, of charity, whatever. You know, like, I'm going to talk about some charitableness that I did, so you can call it theater of whatever you want to do, but it just comes up. So it reminded me last week when we tried to place an ad on Craigslist for my slave, or our slave.
Right.
We got flagged and taken down.
Immediately, almost.
Yeah, we had like 2 responses. One was like, did you know that Lincoln freed the slaves? Somebody responded.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah. Who's the racist here? I never said I wanted a black slave. Racist.
True. We just wanted a slave.
Yeah.
So it got flagged and removed. So that reminded me, I like to do something around the holidays also.
Because you're theatrical.
I'm very theatrical. So in past years, I would buy Thanksgiving dinners for people in need.
Which is very sweet.
Yes. So I would put an ad on Craigslist, and then I would find people, because I don't really like charities, because then you don't know where the money's going.
Right.
Plus
I agree with
charities,
that.
people that run charities make $100,000 plus a year. They do. So you're paying their salaries. There's a lot of things I don't like about charities. I mean, some more of your money goes to certain charities than others.
Right.
Or gets used of but people that run charities are ballers. So maybe not every charity, but
I like that you just used the word ballers. Go ahead.
telling you, there's plenty of not-for-profit organizations that have people that make 6 figures
That are
a year.
making a lot of profit.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, the profit just they don't count employees. There's no profit in the company. The people get paid.
Right.
So something to consider. But regardless, I would try to help directly. So I decided I'd put ads up for Thanksgiving dinners for people that needed Thanksgiving dinners.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would go shopping and then bring them the food, which I did a few years in a row, or meet them somewhere to pick up the food. I would always get my listing flagged and removed.
Why?
I think people are jealous. Like, I think that the same people that wanted the food would flag and remove it so that nobody else could respond.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you mean anybody can flag and remove a posting on Craigslist?
Like a couple people doing it will get it removed.
I'm not real Craigslist savvy.
So
at all.
I think that the actual people that were asking for the food would flag and remove it so that nobody else could get the food.
Is it like a raffle thing?
No.
You're not raffling anything?
Well,
So
I would say,
what if
like,
8 people responded?
I would say, like, tell me why you need it. This way it's not like just some asshole that, you know.
So it was a contest. So people were like, my baby was
I
born
just-
without thumbs.
I need to know, like, actually if you really need the food or not.
What kind of things did people tell you?
I could probably go back, but it was like, sob stories. So,
Right.
like, I would pick a couple of them, do it, and, like, a few of them, whatever,
Right.
and deliver it. The only thing that did irritate me is I would go and, like, meet somebody in, like, a parking lot to give them the stuff, and they'd be driving a nicer car than I was. And that's kind of around the time that I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wonder why it would get...
I should have refused the
They
food
don't-
at that point.
But they don't have to...
You're driving an Audi, and I'm driving
go
a Suzuki.
fuck yourself, buddy. Have a nice Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
They don't have to give a reason why they flag something on Craigslist?
No.
And anybody can flag it.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It's insane.
I don't like that. I think that's ridiculous.
I did the same thing around Christmas time. I hate children, but I decided that I felt a little pity on them that year, and I decided I would do something. So I was thinking about, well, first I went to People, the organization. It's like a thing where they give, like, I guess, gifts to kids or something. There's like a wish book that you're supposed to read through, and then you could pick a kid to grant a wish. So I figured I would, like, look for something like was actually a need.
Right.
Like not like a Nintendo, but like something that was a need. So I went there, and I was like, it was like a week and a half before Christmas,
Right.
and they're like, "Oh, you're too late."
What?
I'm like, "What do you mean I'm too late? You're too late."
They wouldn't take your charitable contribution?
They wouldn't let me see the book.
What?
Yeah. So I was just like, all right.
What was the name of this shitty organization?
People to People.
We don't like them.
No. So they're like, you're too late. The cutoff is like some date. I'm like, but there's probably kids that need something.
Yeah. Did you fulfill every dream for every child?
They're like, well, what part of you're too late past the cutoff don't you understand?
Oh, my God.
So I obviously wasn't donating to this charity.
Obviously not. You
So then I decided...
sent them a picture of your wang.
I should have. So then I decided to go on Craigslist and post like, you know, what do your kids need? You know, like, is there... I forget what it was. Maybe it was like, I'll give... You know, it was like, what do you need, like, to make your kids Christmas? You know, what do they need? I don't remember what I wrote exactly.
Right.
But like a couple people wrote and they said they needed like boots and jackets or something like that.
Right.
So I bought that and I like shipped it to them.
Right.
But same thing, all flagged and removed.
That is crazy.
Yep.
I would have to contact Craigslist and ask them why that happened.
Because it's a user thing. The users flag and remove it.
Well, that is
People
crazy.
hate charity.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I think someone that you know was flagging you.
You think people just hate me?
Yeah. I know
agree.
it to be true.
Yep. So that's my story.
I know it to be true.
So I have another story.
Okay.
I walked in to a pizza place. I don't remember when it was. A week ago, maybe. Week and a half ago. And I ordered a slice of pizza. And, you know, while you're waiting for your pizza, you're killing time waiting for the pizza.
Right.
So I look over and there was this guy. He was of dark complexion. I'm not sure what race or ethnicity he was. But he's sitting at the table and he has all sorts of stuff spread out on the table. Things that didn't look like they made any sense to me. So like I look a little closer and like there's like a loaf of bread.
White bread?
Something. Some kind of bread in a plastic bag. Mm-hmm. He has butter. All sorts of things out on the table. And then I see him like taking big chunks of butter and putting it on his bread and he's all smiling. And
but
then
he's in a pizza place,
he's
he brought it himself.
Yeah, he has his own stuff.
His own
this
stash.
is why like I'm even watching this because it's weird, you know?
Right.
So, and he had like a whole bunch of bread. And so he's putting these stacks of butter on his bread. And then like the guy from behind the counter is all smiling and he's like, here's your Jamaican beef patty. Right. So he gives him his Jamaican beef patty and he puts the Jamaican beef patty on the bread with the butter. And then he puts like another piece of bread on top. And the guy behind the counter, he goes, oh, it's like cocoa bread. I don't know what he was talking about, but so then they're all like going back and forth. So this guy, he makes his little Jamaican beef patty sandwich, takes this big bite, and he's just so happy. Like he's like smiling and chewing and being like, put another one in the oven for me, you know, like he's just so happy. And then I realized I've never been that happy.
You should have just killed yourself.
I should have. And I've actually been thinking about it for about a week.
Killing yourself?
No, not kidding. Not kidding. No, nobody gets their hopes up this week. What I was thinking about is I can never be that happy.
You can.
I don't think so.
Go back there and have one of those patties.
I don't think it would do it for me. But this guy was so happy over a beef patty. I can't get it out of my mind.
I don't know. You seem pretty fucking happy right now.
No.
Your beard is kicking.
It's coming in.
It really
I
is.
shaved the sides here.
I could tell.
It's looking
Tell.
badass.
He's a little manscaping.
I did.
It looks nice.
Did my whole body at the same time.
That's great. Shaved your nipples.
Everything. What else user contributed did we have? We had some people complaining on the Things We Dread Facebook. Sitting at the hibachi table with strangers was contributed, which I think we kind of addressed.
I told her that.
Yeah.
Tiff, who coincidentally is my girl crush and the person who blew off our show for the last 2 weeks. She was supposed to show up last week. She was talking about showing up this week. She's never going to show up. She may not even be a real person.
She may not be. So she has a point. Like sitting at the hibachi table is kind of weird.
We did talk about
Did
this.
we talk about hibachi or did we talk about just sitting at the table with other people?
The hibachi was what I was sitting at. That's where the Asians cook your food, right?
Yes.
In front of your face.
But
Yeah.
why do they always do the same show?
I think they must go to like a training school.
It's like an
academy.
Asian parody training school.
Yeah, it's an academy.
It's like, what would the American people like to see us do? That's what they'd like. We'll get tips.
And they're all trained.
It's just like a
exactly
show.
that.
It's a show of Asian parody.
Yes, because remember I had the family that was sitting next to me of fat people.
Right. Oh, I remember that.
Yeah. That was way back.
Did they enjoy the show?
Yeah, they fucking loved it.
Every bit of it.
Every ounce of it.
They also always make the heart.
Out of the rice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they can't come up with anything else.
Huh. And they have the little...
We should start a new Asian training school.
where we just do whatever the...
Like if I got a different show every time I went, maybe I'd go more.
I don't know. Some of the shit they do is impressive, though. The thing they do with the egg. You seen with the egg?
What do they do?
He was balancing an egg on
and
the
then he'll throw it
spatula,
somewhere.
And then he cut it in half with the knife.
But it's
and
always
then
the
did
same
whole
tricks.
thing.
Do the Asians only have like 5 tricks?
I've only been to one in...
The Asians have
North
5
Carolina?
tricks. It's like cut the egg, make a heart, make a volcano onion, throw the shrimp into somebody's hat, and walk right over Brandon. 5 tricks.
And be super Asian.
That's right. So that one is addressed. All right, I have a new one. Somebody else on the Facebook said that their gripe is your family and or friends who, 1, are friends with you on Facebook or have your name in their contacts on their phone, 2, see your name on the feed or text, and 3, still spell it wrong on your statuses, comments, or texts. So I think they're saying that they're tightly associated with these people, but they
Right.
keep spelling their name wrong.
Right.
I can relate because no matter what, everybody calls me. My real name is Brandon.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody calls me Brendan. I don't know why. They either call me Brendan or Brian. My name is Brandon.
Just in case you guys don't know.
That's my gripe with that.
That was Sarah. They probably either... She has an H, right? In her name? They
Let me
probably
see.
leave it off.
Yeah, no,
Which-
there's no H.
Then they put
See,
an
you
H.
just screwed it up.
Yeah, I know. I'm a motherfucker.
You just did the same
I
thing she
know.
complained about.
You're right. She could slap me next time she sees me.
So I have a question for you. Locker rooms.
I love them.
You do?
No, I don't.
With the men's locker rooms, there's always guys walking around naked. Which is,
God bless America.
no, it's not right. I don't understand why the guys walk around just naked, flaunting their balls in the locker rooms, because there's just no reason for it. So it made me wonder what goes on in the women's locker rooms.
About the same.
They flaunt it?
Well,
They just walk around naked?
Not.
Are there like orgies in there?
Why are you guys? Yes, we have pillow fights and we accidentally kiss each other.
Really?
Yeah, really.
What gym do you go to?
Why are you guys naked in there?
I'm not. I'm never naked in the locker room.
Me either. Why are they?
I
naked,
go
though?
from clothes to towel. Nobody, like a ninja. Asian.
Right.
They'll never see me. Then I'll go from towel to the shower. Nobody will ever see.
Right.
Stealth.
I think that's kind of the way that most women do it as well. I mean,
But guys walk around naked.
right,
It's very uncomfortable.
right.
Listen, I don't want to stare at a guy's balls. But your eyes are going to go somewhere
it's like
when
a
the guy is
yep,
naked. It's just
just
strange.
like a dog's dick. You don't want to look, but
Right. You're just going to look.
you do. It's
I
like
was
car
actually
accident.
in a locker room at a local gym, and there was a guy totally naked. First, he was walking around for too long naked. Then he puts one of his legs up on the sink, takes the public hairdryer, and starts drying his balls with the hairdryer.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
1 foot up, just drying his balls.
Grundle.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And then, like, the steam room, I'll be sitting in the steam room, and all of a sudden, like, just a naked guy will walk in. I'm not naked. Why
We
did...
went to
Are bathing suits that much to ask?
Jones Beach.
A towel?
This past summer. I brought my 17-year-old son Ashlar was with us. We were leaving, and it's a kind of a ways from here, and you never know with traffic how long it's going to take. So everybody's got to go potty before we get in the car. So Ash goes in, and when he comes out, he's like, his face looks devastated.
He saw balls.
He saw a lot of balls apparently, and I was like, How'd everything go in there? He's like, I just saw a lot of foreign dicks and balls everywhere. He's like, what is the matter with these people that they just walk around with their dicks out? I just saw a lot of Indian dicks.
What do those look like?
I don't know. He said they look like anteaters, a lot of them.
Smelled like curry.
Yeah, that doesn't happen in women's locker rooms.
There's no anteaters.
No.
See, my wife complains in the women's locker room when the women bring their boys in. She doesn't like it. She says there's like 12-year-olds running around in there.
Where does she go? Where is she in a locker room that there's 12-year-old boys in the...
She complains all the time that people that are way too old to be in there, boys, are in there with their moms.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never had that happen either.
And then, like, if you want to really explore this locker room thing a little more...
I do.
Or a little more broadly, I have a theory that's going to annoy some people.
Oh, good.
Here's my theory. Men and women's bathrooms need to be abolished.
Excuse me?
Men and women's bathrooms need to be abolished. We should share bathrooms.
Why do you think that?
Here's why.
I think the direct opposite,
No.
even in homes.
No. We should share. Because the whole point of having a women's and a men's bathroom is that men go together, women go together, because men are attracted to women and women are attracted to men. But now we have all sorts of other situations, not that it's very new, but women are attracted to women. Men are attracted to men. Transsexuals.
I don't even know what to say.
There should be one bathroom. Because you're no longer separating based on...
Desire.
Desire. Do you agree or not?
No. I think that's the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
It's not ridiculous. Women are not comfortable with men in the bathroom because they think the men are going to, like, look at them.
That's not why I'm not comfortable with men in the bathroom.
Why then?
Because you guys shit like bears. You piss all over the floor. You don't clean up after yourselves.
But that's not why it was categorized to begin with.
Well, that's why it should stay that way.
Even locker rooms, let's combine them.
That's insane.
It's not as crazy as you think.
Yeah, it's crazier. I just spit all over everything on this desk.
It's just spitting.
I'm drooling at the thought of this.
Try to make an argument against it. It makes sense.
It doesn't make sense. Listen, I'm all for rape. However, I think it would cause a lot of rape.
Why?
I don't know.
There's no rapes happening now in bathrooms. I mean, I guess there is. I don't know about every rape. But it's like, there's got to be guys that like guys walking into bathrooms. Nobody's getting raped. There's got to be girls that like girls. Nobody's getting raped. So why can't guys and girls go in the same bathroom?
No, for me,
give me a hallelujah.
For me, it's the way you guys shit. It's too much.
That's what it is?
Yeah, I don't want to be around it.
There's plenty of women who are beasts. Come on, let's face it.
I haven't had to deal with one.
You know that bears come in both female and male, right? That's how they populate the race.
The girl bear's shit is nicer.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Is that scientific study?
I just want to believe it. I want to believe it. Men in the bathroom disgust me.
You know what else? Like, everybody needs to meet now via online dating. Mm-hmm. Why don't we just meet in the bathroom?
You're on this.
Think about it.
Because then it goes back to your theory of it being about desire.
No. There's an equal amount of desire.
Everywhere.
Everywhere.
Man on man, woman on woman, man woman on
man woman. I don't know what's going on.
She-males on...
But I think if we can accept that some men like men and some women like women, and they're going to the same bathrooms.
So you just want it to be like
let's just combine everybody.
A pissy shitville orgy everywhere. Ugh.
I'm accepting of it.
No. I don't even like that I've had to share bathrooms with my husbands.
No.
No.
That's why you have had so many divorces.
It's true. I can't. Ugh. Disgusting.
I just learned how to change a toilet seat.
Are you serious?
I was bewildered at how the toilet seat attaches to the toilet. I never understood that. Now I know.
You changed yours recently?
Yes.
Why?
It needed a new toilet seat.
It did.
Yeah.
How have you lived this long without ever having to do that?
I've never changed a toilet seat. I figured they were just like lifetime buys.
Oh my God. I was a renter for a long time.
They come with plastic screws.
Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
There's holes in the toilet that you put the
God,
screws to.
Brandon.
It's all made for it.
No. I don't even know.
I thought that the toilet seat was a part of the toilet.
You are not an idiot.
I didn't know how this connected.
Oh.
I thought like you'd have to contact the manufacturer and get another seat or something.
Anytime I ever moved into a new apartment, I always bought a new toilet seat.
You didn't just bring your one from the other one?
No.
You got a new start fresh.
I'm not gonna leave.
I may start changing these things weekly at this point now that I know how to do
Who
it.
gives a shit? Go crazy.
I got a good deal on one.
I got a good deal at Costco.
I got a baker's dozen.
Oh, you know
and
what?
they make them out of different materials.
Yeah, you can get. Did you see the ones that are cushiony?
I don't like that. That's weird.
I don't like it either. I imagine that there's got to be a hole somewhere, and it has to absorb my piss.
Are you pissing on the seat?
I might.
You might.
I would if I do.
I don't know. The one I got was cheap, but it was made out of wood, and it clunks down kind of heavily. So I think that my next investment is going to be a nice performance-based plastic.
Do you know that on the back of my toilet is an actual picture that I printed out of a toilet seat and an arrow pointing down to remind people to put the toilet seat down in my home?
Did it work?
No.
Get rid of it.
I was going to make it bigger.
Tacky.
I think it's blatantly disrespectful.
Yeah. I always hate when you see those signs that are like, if you sprinkle while you tinkle. I just rip those off the wall and flush them down the toilet.
There's one at my job, and to make it even worse, it's like handwritten.
Oh yeah.
It wasn't even printed out. I'm gonna post.
If you're gonna handwrite it, just write "Don't piss on the seat."
Seriously, absolutely.
All right. So we're 1 week away from Thanksgiving. 1 week and 1 day.
Right.
My birthday's in the middle of that too.
Oh, really? On what day?
November 26th.
Are you a Scorpio?
No.
Thank God.
Why?
Every Scorpio I know,
they poop.
They're no bueno.
No bueno?
But,
I'm a Sagittarius.
Oh, good.
But I don't believe in all this nonsense with the birth stuff. Ridiculous. So, since Thanksgiving is a week and a day away, what annoys you about Thanksgiving? Let's make
Family.
Let's make the end of this a holiday-based, timely podcast.
Well, where do you have Thanksgiving? Where do you do it?
My parents'
here?
house.
You do it at your parents'?
Yep. And it's actually a holiday I like, but there's a lot of annoyances. A lot of things we dread.
Like what?
I can name them. Number one, this is not having to do with actual Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving time. I hate Facebook posts that say, I'm so thankful for this, I'm so thankful for that. Those are going to all start like a week from now.
Weren't they
the whole
supposed
Facebook
to,
is going to be thankful for this.
It's like the
Nobody's
month of
thankful
November.
for anything.
You're the devil.
Just admit it. You're not thankful. You just feel like you have to write something so everybody thinks you're so great. It's the theater of Thanksgiving.
Right.
The theater of the gobble.
Of the Gobble Theater.
It's gobble theater. So that annoys me. I don't like all this thanks for this, and I thank my family, and I'm so thankful. Come on. We know how you really are. I hate hand turkeys. Those stupid little kids' turkeys made of people's hands. Let's get over this nonsense already. You know you have one hanging on the fridge. I hate it. They should be outlawed.
And turkeys. I didn't even know what the fuck you were talking about for a minute.
And turkeys.
Now I know.
Enough of this crap. What else? I don't like passing food. In fact, I hate passing food.
That's absurd.
It's ridiculous. You'll spend the whole meal passing food.
How would you like to get all your food?
How am I supposed to eat?
Buffet style?
Yes.
You know what? I'm a fan of buffet style.
no matter where I sit, I'm passing to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There has to be a seat at the table where you don't have to keep passing.
I like buffet style too. Yeah, you're kind of working through your whole meal.
I don't like it. If you have to pass that much, you have too many dishes.
Mm-hmm.
Let's consolidate this.
Just make a Thanksgiving soup. Throw everything in one pot.
Maybe. I find it highly irritating.
You know what? It is kind of irritating.
I think everybody finds it irritating and they just don't want to admit it.
The last few years, though, every place I've been has been a buffet style. So
that's the way to do it.
Yeah, it is the way to do it. You're responsible for your own plate. You get your own shit. I don't have to worry about, oh, Brandon didn't get corn.
And furthermore, I hate when people have to serve it on platters that are like way too big and way too heavy. So it's like you're passing around like a 60-pound dish.
It weighs as much.
It's like a 60-pound dish of corn. I didn't work out enough for this. While I'm trying to eat. I don't like that. I hate people with dietary restrictions.
There's a
Enough
lot
of this
of them now.
gluten-free crap. It's nonsense.
There's a lot of them now.
Enough of, you don't like turkey, let's make you a tofurkey. If you're going to go somewhere, eat what they make.
That's why I started eating chicken again. Because I don't eat meat. I posted something recently and you were like, what the fuck do you mean you don't eat meat? Because I've eaten chicken here.
Yeah. It was turkey, I think.
Whatever. It's a bird. I haven't eaten red meat in like a decade. I didn't eat any meat.
We should go out for steak.
I couldn't do it.
What?
No, I couldn't do it.
We'll get you to eat some steak.
I can't do it. I couldn't do it.
I had steak this weekend.
Listen, it's not an animal thing.
What
I'd
is
eat a
it?
kitten if it tasted like popcorn.
I'd eat a kitten too.
I have like stomach gallbladder issues with processing certain foods. And I stopped eating red meat like 10 years ago. I didn't eat any meat at all. And then
thank goodness you came back.
Well, I went to somebody's house, somebody that I was dating and ended up marrying. That was a fucking mistake. But when I went to his house, his father had made a whole dinner really based around the fact that I was coming there.
Yeah.
And it was entirely chicken based. There was no way for me to avoid it.
Right.
So I took one for the team.
Yeah.
And I ate it. And
next thing you knew, you were
the
pregnant.
next thing I knew, I was pregnant.
But it's enough with this. We don't have to. You have a vegetarian coming. You have a glutenarian coming.
A
you have
glutenarian. Is that what they're called?
Veterinarian coming. Whatever you have coming. I don't have to make a separate meal for all of you. Eat what I make. Figure out something to eat. It's enough of this. Enough of this nonsense. Catering to everybody.
You're mean. That's mean.
It's enough.
It's enough. I've had enough.
There's a salad. Eat that. It's enough. All right. I hate when people complain they've been working for weeks on making Thanksgiving. How long does it take to make a turkey? A few hours? And it's not like you're working while you're making the turkey.
Yeah, you're not like shoveling shit against a tide. You're putting the thing in the oven and leaving it there.
Yeah, everybody always complains, oh, I spent the last 3 days working on Thanksgiving. You're doing something wrong.
I'll tell you what.
You need lessons.
I'll tell you something.
And the older you get, the longer it takes, it seems like.
I do cook for a couple of days.
You're guilty.
I love it.
So you're not sitting there complaining?
No, not at all.
I had to cook for days.
Not at all. I love it. Because that's the kickoff for my Christmas music, which I absolutely enjoy.
Do you?
Oh my God, I love it so
I
much.
like the Christmas lights, but that might be a whole nother episode of Things We Dread. Christmas.
All right, we'll do the Christmas one then.
Around Christmas. You'll have to wait for our opinion.
Around Christmas. And we'll do the Easter one around Easter.
That would work.
I do not complain about cooking for Thanksgiving. I don't like the I got this. I'm going to get this. You know what we should do? I'm having mic issues again. And by issues, I mean I keep backing away. You know what it is? I want to lean back in my chair.
Pull the chair up.
I can't pull it up anymore. I'm like 4.5
Pull the mic
feet
back.
tall.
The mic moves.
Is that better?
Yeah, it's better.
I feel good.
I think. Your waveforms are small, though.
How are they now?
A little bigger.
How is it now?
A little smaller.
I don't like the fraudulency of having all these people in my house. People that I don't normally like, talk to,
it's
whatever.
Like you see them once a year.
Right. Because we're blood related or we came out of the same vagina. Now you have to come to my house and we have to be friends with each other for a day.
Right.
So that now I feel obligated to buy you a fucking Christmas present when 2 weeks ago, I didn't care if you dropped dead.
Don't feel obligated.
I'm not going to anymore.
Give your money to Toys for Tots.
That'll never happen. Hey, you want to know what I'm doing tomorrow?
What?
I am taking my 9-year-old daughter and Sharon, who we spoke about earlier, my best friend Christopher, got us all tickets to see the Rockettes Christmas Spectacular.
Do you want to know my opinion on the Rockettes?
Are you going to say something bad?
You don't know what I'm going to say till I say it.
Go ahead. You can't say something bad.
Why?
Because
what?
Because it's Christmassy.
I think it's a great show.
Yay!
I like it.
I know one of these Rockettes.
Is it in 3D again this year?
What the fuck
When
are
I
you
went last
talking
time,
about?
it was in 3D.
Isn't everything in real life 3D?
No, because there's like a part of the show where it's like on a screen.
Oh.
And when I went, it was in 3D.
I don't know.
It's enjoyable. You should do the behind the scenes thing with they'll take you around Radio City.
I don't know what we're going to do. Like I said, my
best street food is around there.
Yeah.
53rd and 6th Street.
Mm-hmm.
The Halal guys make an excellent chicken and rice. $6.
And I eat chicken.
You should check it out. $6. Best meal you'll ever have.
Maybe we'll do that.
53rd and 6th, across from the Hilton.
Oh, I'm going to write this down.
There you go. 53rd and 6th, across from the Hilton. This place is so famous, this cart, that they have like a Facebook fan page.
Shut up.
People wait all the way down the block on like Saturday nights to get this place.
Really?
It's literally $6 for, you can either get a lamb and chicken and rice or just the chicken and rice. Now you're going to want to ask for some white sauce.
What is white sauce?
Semen.
You're just a fucking asshole.
I don't know what it is, but it's good. And anybody that's been there will vouch that that is the place.
I just wrote that all down.
Okay. 53rd and 6th Street.
All right.
The Halal guys.
I got it.
There you go. What else do I dislike about Thanksgiving? I do not like the Thanksgiving Day Parade balloon commentary.
I don't really watch that.
It's nonsense. It's like, I kind of like the parade, but the commentary is ridiculous. It goes something like this. Here comes everyone's favorite pooch, Snoopy, down 42nd Street. This is his 175th year at the parade, and he thanks his longevity to sleeping on top of doghouses and hanging out with the birds.
Oh my God, you're totally amazing at that.
That's the kind of crap they say about all the floats or all the balloons. It's ridiculous. First of all, it's a balloon.
It's true.
Second of all, Snoopy's not real.
He's not.
Third of all, it's all the same balloons every year.
You are absolutely correct.
Does this irritate anybody else?
It irritates me.
I should have a balloon.
I think it's too long. It feels like it's on all fucking day. And
it is long. It's long.
While I'm cooking at that point, that's like the final hours of cooking, I'm usually pretty boxed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's only like, no, that's in the morning. It's in the morning, the parade.
I'm usually pretty boxed.
Really?
Yeah.
Free turkeys from ShopRite irritate me.
How could that irritate anyone?
Because I can never make the minimum. It always eludes me.
It's like $400, right?
It eludes me. I want the turkey. I don't even want to eat it. I just want it. It's free.
I just want it. It's free.
I can never make the minimum.
And
I have to
if you
give my card to friends and say, use my card.
If you don't want the turkey, you can get a tofurkey.
I don't want a tofurkey.
Or a lasagna or a ham, I think.
This is all about this dietary restriction nonsense. It should be a turkey only.
I get a turkey and a ham.
How do you get both?
I mean, for the holiday, I get a turkey
for
and a
Thanksgiving?
ham. Yes.
Ham doesn't belong.
My mother loves ham.
She may like it. I also like Mexican food. I don't eat it on Thanksgiving. Christmas, you could eat the ham.
No, she gets it for Thanksgiving, too.
I'm coming to your house and taking the ham away.
Hello, everybody.
I'm here to confiscate the ham. This is being saved for Christmas. And last but not least, I hate people talking about the itis.
What's the itis?
You don't know the itis?
The itis I know doesn't apply to Thanksgiving.
Oh, what's the itis you know? What do you know that I don't?
When you're just lazy.
Oh. Well, it's like everybody, they eat their turkey. They're like, oh, I'm so sleepy because it has whatever.
Tryptophlaptamine.
Has Vicodin in it or whatever.
Has Vicodin in it.
I'm tired of
Oh,
it.
the Xanax from this turkey's made me so sleepy.
I'm tired of hearing the stories about it on the news leading up to it. I'm tired of hearing people say it. I'm tired of it. Get some sleep the night before and eat.
It's understandable.
That's all my Thanksgiving complaints.
You know what? I think you covered pretty much everything.
I did some good research on those.
You did.
So that, my friends, was episode number 8. Was that right? 8?
8.
8 of Things We Dread. How do you feel it went?
I'm not sure.
We never know until everybody tells us.
No, I don't know. And you know what? The ones that when we usually have this discussion when the microphones are off, the times when I say, I don't know, I feel like that one was a little slow.
That's the ones everybody likes.
Those were our best shows.
We never know.
No, we
so
don't
you have
know.
to let us know. Facebook.com/thingswedread. Get on there. Let us know how we did. Let us know if you're liking the show. Share it. Thingswedread.com. Share the link. Share the Facebook posts. Share.
We are interactive. We do respond to you.
We do. We're like real people.
I know.
But not easily insulted.
We're like real people without feelings.
Without the downfalls of real people. So thingswedread.com. iTunes. You can go on there. You can get the Things We Dread podcast from there. You'll hear the beautiful sounds of B-Man and Bom'Chelle.
They are beautiful.
We'll be back in 2 weeks. I believe it'll be 2 weeks after Thanksgiving.
Right. And Tiff won't show up for that either.
No?
Probably not.
We're always welcome to a crowd if anybody ever wants to come by. We normally record Wednesday nights. You'll have to contact us. We don't easily give out the details of the Dread Cave.
You have to tell us why you want to come.
And give us a benefit.
Yeah, we need a benefit.
We need to know the benefit of having you here. Anyway, thingswedread.com. This was Things We Dread. I'm B-Man.
I'm Bom'Chelle.
And we'll see you soon.